Hello everyone, my name is Prism, and welcome back to the Media Spotlight. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be taking a look at another one of Don Bluth's works. Continuing my Bluthathon, the series where I will be taking a look at all of his animated works in shorts and film, starting with Banjo the Woodpile Cat, going all the way to 2000's Titan AE. I'm going to be taking a look at every single film that he directed, and going to be discussing each one of them, a little bit of their history per chance, depending on the film, and giving my honest opinion and thoughts on them. And today, guys, we're going to be discussing the film that I think is the pinnacle and peak of Don Bluth. Many people, when they start out a career, don't make their masterpiece the first time. But Don Bluth somehow did it. Don Bluth, with a limited budget and a limited production window, made one of the best animated features I think ever made. This film is truly a work of art. The film I'm talking about, of course, is 1982's The Secret of Nimh. The Secret of Nimh tells the story of Mrs. Brisby, a widow field mouse, wife of her husband Jonathan, who lives in a... She has to get her children to safety, meanwhile keeping her son Timothy at home because he has pneumonia. She cannot get him out of the house because he will die, but the farmer's plow is coming early this year and she has to move them in time. So she seeks the help of some unlikely characters, and at the end has to show her courageous courage and unlock the Secret of Nimh and save her family. The Secret of Nimh is an absolute spectacle. This is not a kid's movie. When I say that, this is not a modern kids film, a film that's just made for kids. This is an animated film that is made for everyone. Its primary target audience is kids, but it also knows how to make something that is gripping and gorgeous and brilliant and excellent, that is enjoyable for anyone. This film right here, I think, is the best Don Bluth movie made. I haven't even seen all of his films, but right here, I'm going to say it, I think Secret of Nimh is his best one. We'll see what I think when we get to the end of this. The Secret of Nimh does so much right. The Secret of Nimh is amazing. This film does so much right for animation. It does so much right for filmmaking. The Secret of Nimh is one of the best looking animated movies. Full stop. I would put this in a list with films like Spider-Verse, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. This is an animated film that gives a heck about being artistic. Let's go into the short list. Animation, music, storyline, visuals, colors, lighting, editing, everything in The Secret of Nimh really works. But honestly, I'm saying all the technical things that work. Why do I really love The Secret of Nimh? Well, simply for those reasons. I think this film is absolutely gorgeous, and I think this film perfectly executes the story it's trying to tell. It's such a simple story, but there's so much care given to it. This is a darker story. You open the film with Mrs. Brisby basically in a situation where if her son leaves the house, he dies, and if she doesn't move her family, they all die, which is a really dark outset. And The Secret of Nimh does not try and throw that away by just making there be some plot convenience, like where you can take a magic drug and they can all just move away. No, this film, from beginning to end, has stakes, and the stakes are increased in a manner that makes logical sense. The characters drive the plot and the sequences, and Mrs. Brisby is probably one of the greatest female animated characters in writing. She is a character that you can clearly tell the writers of the film and the animators clearly cared about. Her character goes on an arc. She starts at the beginning of the film as a person that is willing to get help. She's someone that is willing to go to Mr. Ages and ask for assistance. But throughout the film, she consistently takes opportunities to do things on her own. She takes opportunities, she takes risks, even when her life is in danger, in order to save her children. And meanwhile, in the middle of the plot, she has to also deal with the conflict of the Rats of Nimh. How are they going to get out? How are they going to survive? yes, she's trying to save her family, but she also cares about them. So it's this like almost cycle tied into each other. But I'm getting a little bit too technical. What do I really love about The Secret of Nim? I just think it's a really good story. I think The Secret of Nim tells a beautiful story. It's a story about courage. It's a story about perseverance. It's a story about family. It's really a story just about magic and courage and fantasy. It's really just a perfect animated feature. It's got cute animals for the kids, but it's also got some dark subject matter and substance for the older audiences. There's commentary on animal abuse and experiments, which, while it doesn't go to the lengths of way darker features of the time period, it definitely does, shake you a little bit with the montage they give of the rats being experimented on. But everything with it, oh my goodness, I keep talking about how much I love this film, but I keep not talking about why I love it. Well, let's put it like this. I think Don Bluth crafts a really good story. He's always been a storytelling type of person, and this is a film where you can feel his full creative energy on it, on everything. There's no studio executives, there's no ratings board, there's no Spielberg, there's nothing. It's just him making an animated feature. The only one who's the boss is himself, and of course the people he's producing with, but ultimately he's directing the feature. And he does a great job with it. I think that, from the very first few minutes, we're engaged with the story. We're set up with some really hard stakes, and immediately the film is willing to put these there so we know this is what's going to happen. This is why we care about these characters. They explain Mrs. Brisby is a widow, her husband died, and so you have this moment of like, oh, that's really sad, and then you have this moment of, oh, but she needs to save her family, and then you have the medicine, and then you have the plot, and then you have the action scene of her stopping the plow, showing you how dangerous the plow is, which I actually forgot where that sequence took place, but it takes place like within the first 30 minutes. And I think that's a really good thing because it immediately shows you, hey, this is what we mean by the plow. Yeah, it's going to scare you because this is a really scary thing. They do a great job with setting up the stakes of this film. And everything just up until she meets the owl, which is kind of like just the Gandalf moment or this like meeting a higher power thing, which clearly I think is the idea. They want the owl to be this like mysterious creature, and you can clearly tell they're giving that energy. And just the moment where she goes to the owl despite being fearful and knowing he eats mice, the willingness to just do it anyways and ask for assistance, and this whole storyline of, oh, she's the wife of Jonathan Brisby. Like, what's going on with that? Like, clearly that name has some significance. And then when she meets Nicodemus, which is just an awesome character name. I love the name Nicodemus. But basically, when she meets the wizard, he very much is helpful, but he does not tell her how things are going to work out. He gives her this amulet and says, it works on a person with courage of the heart, but he does not explain what that means. So the whole film we're wondering, when's this amulet going to come into play? It seems like a MacGuffin. It seems like this item that's just kind of going to be there to make the plot more complicated. And in a sense it does, because after the scene we have her go to the Rats of Nimh. Actually a little bit before that, she meets all of them. She meets Jenner, she meets Justin, and oh my goodness, there's a sword fight in this film. Hi, post-editor note here. I'm actually cutting the video right now, and yes, I know I don't have a lot of footage, but I did want to pull in footage of this scene. Credit to Joe Blow for this clip being uploaded online. But, oh my goodness, this is probably my favorite scene in the film. Not only do I love sword fights, this is such a great sword fight. Like, this battle, there are so many stakes at hand. You have the Brisby home, you have the rats leaving Nimh, you have the plow, you have the music, you have Justin and his greed and lust for power, and then it just erupts into this epic, dark, fantasy sword fight. This is what a sword fight should be. Like, this is 1980s animated fantasy at its peak. I haven't seen a lot of films that are like this, but oh my gosh, is this film great. It's a really good sword fight. Like, I have only a few clips here. I'm not playing the whole fight, though I will link you to the fight if you want to watch it. But it's just great. It's just so awesome seeing this whole duel on display. Oh, it's just a beautiful fight scene. I love the music. I love the colors. I love the atmosphere. I love that you get to see a little bit of blood in the duel, which, yeah, that's pretty dark for a G-rated film, but also shows you that, dang, they're going hard with this. Like, I love this scene. This is such a cool film. I love the action scene in this movie. And let's talk about the score by Jerry Goldsmith. So, Jerry Goldsmith's work, he did a lot on Star Trek, and he's done quite a few other movies. I'm not going to list all of them, but he is known for doing live action, and I believe this was his first animated film, and oh my gosh, the score in this movie is amazing. The music during the duel, and specifically the music when the house is lifted at the end of the film, it literally feels like you're being washed over by this, like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want it to sound, like, offensive, but, like, it just fills you with joy. It fills you with just joy and this... Oh my goodness, I'm talking a lot about The Secret of Nimh. I'm really passionate about this film. To put it simply, I think The Secret of Nimh is excellent. I think Don Bluth made an excellent film. It's not a musical. It's not, you know, just some cutesy animal film. It is a complete opposite of that. It has cute animals, but it has really dark stakes. It's not a musical. It has a score, but no songs. It feels like a classic Disney animated feature. It feels like what Disney wanted the Black Cauldron to be. Not that it goes that dark, where it was almost R-rated, but where it's like this really dark fantasy epic, but it has a purpose, and it actually makes sense. And when you see these dark moments, like Don Bluth says, you know, like Bambi's mother getting shot, that's really hard. But you can do that to the audience if you show them everything's alright, if they're there with their parent, and they know everything's going to be alright. I'll talk about this more with The Land Before Time. Okay, I've been talking a lot. I love The Secret of Nimh. I really do. That is my review for The Secret of Nimh. I'm sorry that it was so just a mess, and so much me rambling about how great the film was without me maybe highlighting moments, but I think that's maybe a better review, in a sense, because, hey, it feels less scripted, and it truly shows my passion for it. But I will say this. I love The Secret of Nimh. I definitely think it is a must-watch if you have not seen this movie. Also going to recommend, if you're going to get a physical media copy, get this edition, because it does have an audio commentary, along with some other features, which is really nice. And of course, I love that. So, yeah, that's The Secret of Nimh, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and goodbye for now.
Dream by night, wish by day.